Sure, Mac. We got Wookie Cookie in the mission control seat, and this is green. And this is Green Bean ECL OP.
Green Bean ECL is still OP because like ECLing Wrecker and Poe just feels crazy. Yeah, this is probably like the standout Sabine list from set 2, Heroic Resolve, the new one. That card, I was sleeping on it a little bit, but it's actually pretty crazy. A lot of people don't know you can just play it and then rip it down. A lot of people kind of expect that. So
wait, so you play it and it equips to the guy. Can you pay another 2 at that moment at attack?
Not at the same time, but you can take another action to pay the 2.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you have 3 resources, you can resolve the whole, combo. Cast feels okay. A lot of 3s. Like I couldn't justify putting another 3 cost cards in. There's just too many. And Darksaber, a lot of people have 3 in there. Like I don't know about 3 4 cost out of aspect cards. So 1 feels just good because it's just very situational on the 4 turn, especially like against blue control. They always have a takedown, so. Yep. It does feel good, though, to just attack with your boys, and then they're waiting for the takedown, and then you put a Darksaber on a Fighters for Freedom. And then they're like, oh, crap. The Saboteur is now a 7/7. Yeah, so like maybe 2 Darksabers in the future, and then Poe and Wrecker are crazy with ECL. That's why ECL is like good still. Generally, you need like 2 ambushes per game with this deck, and like you probably got it.
Cringe Stinky for sure.
Cringe Stinky for sure. Discard Rey. Cringe Stinky.
The stinkiest
by
cringe.
Roger Mack.
Oh my gosh, I hate this deck. I hate playing against this deck, and I hate using this deck. Like, but it's good. It's like undeniably good. Also, this deck is like super customizable. There's like a million different ways someone could build it. It's very toolboxy. Like you can build it how you want and just have little like toolbox pieces. Like I have the 1 Jedi lightsaber just if the opportunity presents itself, and then like the 1 Fang fighter if I need it. In the main, and then the 1 crate dragon if like the game gets there. But ultimately Rey just feels crazy on a flip turn. Like buffing the little guys is good. I mean, R2 for a 2/5 on turn 1 feels amazing, but really it's just the pillage force throw combo, and then you're just also doing some amount of aggro. Your late game's crazy. Like your late game line is like insane.
Like the loot.
You got literally you go. Yeah, it's like if I'm gonna get Rivals Fall, am I gonna get Poed? Am I gonna get Obi-Wan? Like, yeah, this deck is very good. It will be on the map for a long time.
As you're playing this, as you're doing that video, I match up against a frickin' Rey Red in Carabast.
Yeah, standard.
Fucking hate this game.
We got Gar Blue Upgrade Control.
Yeah, I love this deck. I love it because I got my showcase. But I like this like upgradey control deck. It's not playing the full-on 3 takedowns, 3 Rivals Fall, Vigilance, Fell to Dragon. Like, I mean, it's still playing some of the stinky stuff, but it's also like pseudo like upgrade synergy. Yeah, putting it entrenched on the moisture farmers is like the end of the game for aggro. They have to deal with a 4/7 that has Restore 2. But yeah, this deck has some crazy like lines also. We just play Power the Dark Side on turn 2 and then have a full power Childson. But in this deck, Childson is a 7/6 with 4 counters on it, because the experience tokens are upgrades. And then having the security complex to put a shield on Childson is even more crazy.
Even stinkier.
And even stinkier. And then the Super Commando Squad is a crazy card. It's 5 for 4/4, but it comes in shielded, so it means it's a 5/4 because it's upgraded. And a lot of times I'll just save my security complex. They'll attack into that and then I'll just put another shield on it.
Yeah.
Because the 6th turn is powerful for us, where we're just flipping Gar and putting a Darksaber on him or a Mandalorian armor, but it's also just super weak to Rival's Fall, so it's tough. The blue control matchup is very hard for this deck because we're not all in on that stuff. So, but and then Snoke Avenger Endgame is like GG's. Beep boop 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 beep boop. Ooh, another good one if I
Love this one.
GI set to control.
Yeah, GI Blue is back on the map. This is like aggro control, which feels like it shouldn't work, but it works very well. Almost every one of your units, you can use GI to ready it on the turn that it comes out. And we gained a bunch of very, very good targets for that. Our turn 1, we gained the Hylobon Enforcer, which becomes a 3/2 1-drop. So we can do other stuff that turn. You know, we can rip a Force Thrower or a Death Star Stormtrooper. And then we got the Death Watch Loyalist for a 3-drop, which becomes a 5/1, which is scary. And you can attack on turn 2 for 5. Great. And then Sayonara-san is also crazy because she's a 3/6, which means you can hit her 2 times with GI, make her just huge. And then the Clan Challengers is nuts in this deck because it has Raid 3 and you can hit it a bunch of times. Crazy. But it's also kind of, again, like it's real kind of weak to the blue control because we're trying to play aggro and we don't have the like rest of the stuff to deal with blue control in the main. But it's super fun. Next slide.
Beep boop.
There's 3 Cad Bane slides coming up next.
Aggro Ramp in Underworld.
Yeah, I think it was. This is the first. All right, you take it away.
Cad Aggro.
The first of the 3 colors of Cad Bane. This was on my Cad Bane hype when I was making these. This one is just like, it's just aggro. Funny enough, we're only in red for 3 cards.
They're really good cards.
They're really good cards, yeah, exactly. The Underworld, the Reckless Gunslinger is an Underworld, so you can McClunky it on turn 1 and then play it again. So that's why we're in red. And then
a lot of damage right away.
Yeah, a lot of damage. And then Toro is like the key piece of this deck. We're just always wanting to ready Toro and just keep dealing damage. Then we get to play the Hot Shot because we're in yellow red. So cool stuff. Next one.
And here's the other one. Cad Ramp.
Yeah, this is the second one. There's one more. This is the I don't know. I like this one a lot, but it's the one that feels the most like, why would you not just play Boba Fett? Unfortunately. Yeah, that's what kind of sucks. Cad's ship is really good, but it doesn't come in ready. So, yeah, Boba Fett life,
How does that feel?
Yeah, it feels good if it stays alive for 1 turn, then you get to do stuff. Yeah, it has the like, why would you not just be Boba Fett feeling to it, which feels real bad. Yeah, the final Cad. The
ultimate, the Underworld.
Quick background Carabast update. Frickin' started playing the Rey Red, and I'm playing a double blue Iden, and he super laser blasts. He has 2 cards in hand. I pillage, and I dump his Vigilance and a Avenger. This is the stupidest deck I've ever played.
Oh, you're using Rey?
I'm using Rey. This is stupid.
Doesn't it feel stinky?
I feel stinky.
Yes.
Because I pillage and then put out a Kanan, and he has no cards in hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like cool, bro. Yeah.
And I have 2 Force Throws in my hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're not drawing cards next turn.
Yeah, real fun. All right, back to it.
The final Cad.
The ultimate, the Underworld.
The Underworld.
The Underworld.
The Underworld. This is like plays a little bit different, obviously, than Cunning Boba, because we're pinging damage, which feels good each turn, and the Relentless Pursuit feels real good in this deck because I don't know, I feel like it works a little bit better. I feel like that card's really undervalued right now, but as far as like its value in a game. But again, our late game is great, a lot of good late game, but we are kind of playing an aggro deck, which again, we don't get a fire spray that comes in ready for 5 damage. So that's the tough part of it. Yeah, that's like what Cad has as his disruption, whereas you're pinging the boards. Like it's more manageable to like do some cool stuff
that's on the board.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
Like you're not gonna last forever, or whatever you are.
Right.
You're gonna
yeah. So it's fun. Yeah, matter of time before we capture you. All right, next one. Pateesa.
That's a good one.
Pateesa.
This is the other Jabba.
The other Jabba?
Yeah, so instead of red Jabba, this is yellow Jabba. I just wanted to use Relentless Pursuit. You get to capture the bounty, and then I thought McClunky too. Like, so on turn 1, you can play Greedo, put a bounty on something, McClunky it, and then play Greedo again. So you can kill their turn 1 play and get Greedo out again. So it's kind of like Boba, because they can do that on turn 1, which is a really powerful turn 1. Yeah, we get Relentless Pursuit, the Hunter of the Haxian Brood I wanted to try out too, but he just comes in shielded, which is great. But he doesn't like do anything that turn. But if we can get him out for 2, because he costs 3. Basically, if you can get all the stuff out a turn earlier, it could be great. So our top end's like pretty heavy in the top end. It's a lot of setup.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough. But if you do it, it's like great. If you can play Jabba's Rancor 2 turns early, it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, you're winning the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Then you OB it next turn.
Oh, that's pretty good.
For 11. Yeah, for 11. Like,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's like the 3rd strongest OB in the game.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Great.
It's a good card. It's the best card.
Yep. Oh, I like this one a lot.
So here we have Thrawn Control Set 2.
Yeah. So this shout out to one of our teammates who hasn't yet been on the channel for Star Wars. He and I were talking about this, where you just play, because we really want to evacuate to be a good card, and I do think it is a very good card, but like who plays it? Like, what's the deck for it? It's got to be Thrawn. And so we play all the exhaust cards. So we're playing the Look the Other Way for free, the No Good to Be Dead, the Entrenched, and then we're playing the Waylays to get to the point, to the 6 resource turn, and then we evacuate. Everything goes back to hand. And then we do something for 1 turn, and then we Super Laser Blast. And then we just Snoke, Avenger, Thrawn, like... and just go all out from there. So it's like live to the 6 resource turn and then just go on the offense. Yeah, it's all like the tempo interruption, not something super permanent, but you have to keep putting eventually everything goes back to your hand, and we're like, okay. Yeah, because you also have Thrawn's ability too. That's the other thing. You have his tap ability, so you have like multiple ways to mitigate damage all the way throughout those turns. Yeah, it's fun. It's very Thrawn. It's very Thrawn like. So yeah. All right, next one. Say it.
More.
Roll the clip. More. And then it's just like more cookie cutter red Kylo. Like,
more.
It's not
keep saying
special.
it throughout the whole video. More.
Yeah. No, this is literally just like cookie cutter aggression Kylo.
Yeah.
Like almost everyone's decks have been the same. Although a lot of them are running the guild target, the bounty to deal damage, and they're not running force throw in the main. And I feel like force throw has to be in the main. It's
you're
like
be able to get it.
I just wanted to have like a good ratio of 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s, you know. Ones that are events are also very important to have. And again, I mean, we do have we have 2 force users in the deck that we can very easily get out. Obviously Kylo can come out right away, but the deck also just like feels bad because my leader can die to open fire. So K2 can ambush into my leader.
Nobody runs open fire. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah. But if you resolve the ability to put a fallen lightsaber on Kylo, then it's like, oh shit.
You just win them.
Scary. Yeah, very scary.
Well, like attack for 7?
Yeah.
You know, like, okay.
Yeah. 8 if you have no cards in your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It's just like, if you don't win by turn 4, just quit. You will not win.
It's not meant for this one. Just scoop it up.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, scoop it up. Start the next round. All right, next one.
Oh, no!
Yes! This is what we've been waiting for. We know at least one person specifically has been waiting for this.
The Filthy Blue Boy Set 2.
Part 2. There's been notable changes, but not like crazy notable changes. I wasn't on a lot of 5s before. I realized that, and it kind of felt awkward. We're on 1 Gideon and 2 of the super commando squads. Just to have like a 5 that's doing crazy stuff if it works, kind of toolboxy with Gideon, and then the 5 Sentinel to get to our Iden flip turn. So that's okay. Fell the Dragon. We're playing 3 of the removal spells, the hard removal, you know, the Rival's Fall, Fell the Dragon, Takedown, and then we of course have Power the Dark Side and Vigilance as like a minor removal spell as well. And then the Clan Saxon Gauntlet gets added into just to have, see, we have like this, we have a Sentinel on ground and space for 4, right? And then we have a Sentinel on ground for 5 and 1 in space for 6. So it's just kind of covering bases. And then Pillage making it into the side deck is one of the big points for the control mirror, where before everyone was playing Spark of the Rebellion for 6, but you're only ripping 1. I mean, you get the hand knowledge, which is good, but Pillage is 6 for 2, which is huge.
Yeah.
So that's a big addition to the side, as well as the moisture farmers for the aggro matchup is great for us. Yeah, some new filth.
The new filth is here.
Yeah. All right, next one.
Last one.
Bounty hunting is a complicated profession.
Bounty hunting is a complicated profession.
This is just copium that they made Bossk better. Like, if you're wondering what like peak Bossk aggro looks like, it's this. What feels bad is like we have to play, how many bounties am I playing? I think like 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm playing 9. I'm playing 9 bounties, but then like you have to find a room for your events too. There's no room for surprise strikes because we gotta play the bounties because like our leader is a bounty guy, but like I really want to play surprise strikes, so it kind of just feels awful. There is cool stuff. I like the First Legion Snow Trooper because you're pinging everything with a bounty, and that could be a real crazy like damage swing attack since everything's going to be damaged. Not a lot of people have been on that. It's definitely like good if it pops off. I don't know. Green Bossk could be a thing more than this. This is just trying to be aggro with it. Yeah, fun though. The only deck playing bounties, a whole bunch of them, which you don't get to see a lot. So that's just cool to play with.
I think this would be a deck that would just throw a lot of people off. Like,
yeah, for sure.
No idea what the heck is going on.
Yeah, I know.
It's just like I lost the game somehow.
Yeah, I mean, Bossk coming out on 5 as a 4/6, I think, is good. Like, that's a good stat for a 5 resource flip, and you get to double all your bounties. Yeah, and then like Relentless Pursuit, and then capturing something with Bossk and putting a shield token on it, because something probably has a bounty, right? So then you're double cashing in on that bounty too, which is a good kind of turnaround there. Yeah, the bounty deck. I also kind of think you could just swap Bossk for Cad Bane and play Tarkin down, and it might work better. But if you want to play bounties, well, like, you know, it is what it is. We got to be lore accurate. Bossk has got to do something. Someone's got to make a deck for it. All right, that was it.
That was fun.
Beep boop 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 beep boop beep boop.